Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. It's funny, Taurus. I sit down to do your reading and all of a sudden I have like, I don't know, like a phlegmy throat, like a tickle. And I think that's funny because Taurus is ruled by the, by the throat and this sort of upper chest and throat chakra area. So I don't know if that means something like if you're having difficulty saying something. I don't know what it is, but I just thought it was funny. I sat down and I just thought that's really funny because that's the area associated with the zodiac sign of Taurus. So here we are, Taurus. Going to do a general reading for you. So it is general. It may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. Also, actually, before my throat got phlegmy when I sat down to do your reading, I heard immediately, it was really distinct, to be honest with you, what cards I was supposed to sit down and pick up for you. So we're going to start with my Divine Animal Oracle deck. And then we're going into my Tarot of the Abyss. And if I need to clarify anything, I'm going to use my Everyday Witch, Teeny. I can't remember. I can never remember what this one is called. It's some kind of witch tarot. It's teeny tiny. See if, oh yeah, so what I was being told to do for your reading is draw cards over here for you and then draw something over here, some energy outside of you. So okay, so for whatever reason that's needed at this time for Taurus. So maybe it's to help you see your perspective better and help see his perspective on the other side of you better, or maybe cross watchers to understand Taurus better and see their side. I don't know what it is. But let's see. Oh, I ate this seafood salad for lunch. It's just like repeating on me. It's so gross. Anyway. So Taurus. Taurus, energy for Taurus. And then an energy outside of Taurus. Something outside of them. We're going to start with the Divine Animal Oracle deck. Energy for Taurus. Followed by an energy outside of them. It was a weird split. It's almost like the energies wanted to come together. Well, that's interesting too, isn't it? Taurus, you have Ritual and Bison. The energy outside of you is, wow, it's kindness. The fruit bat, the flying fox. That's quite an interesting combination. So it's been a while since I've used these cards. Something is not as it appears. I would say that with this strategy card, with the red fox. With this Bison card, this is the sense of some sort of like a sacrifice. So some sort of value in you that's not perhaps being seen or utilized in its best way. Or what I really want to say with this over here, this card over here, is being in a situation that doesn't appreciate you maybe. With the Ritual and the Bison card, this is the White Buffalo woman. Like, she has much to offer. She has much knowledge to give and to share. But obviously, it also, like, you can't just take this knowledge. You have to see it for the value that it has. So that's what I feel like. So if you're this right now, it is in a way like something that's sort of unjust. There's something unjust in either a situation or a climate, a space, a group that you're in, and it's unjust to you. But what's so absolutely beautiful is over here, in something outside of you, is this kindness with the fruit bat. So this is almost like a payment. It's karmic retribution. If you've been giving something of yourself in a group, in your family, in your work, whatever that could be, you've been giving something of yourself and you feel like you're really not acknowledged in it, or it's more than that though, with the White Buffalo woman in this story. It's more like you're giving something and they're taking it, but they couldn't give a shit about you. That's really how and they don't honor the source of where the gift comes from. That's a good way to describe that. So whatever it is that you are giving of yourself, who or what you're giving it to, there is some sort of climate around it. I don't think I've ever actually used that term in a reading. I have a lot of repeat terms that come through my readings. I don't think I've ever actually said that someone was in a particular climate. So, right, like it's a mood, it's a setting, it's an atmosphere in some space. It could be a workspace, it could be a home space. But it's a degradation of your value. But over here, it gets paid. Because this, I can't remember this goddess, but she was also degraded. But the bats rescued her. So she was ostracized, put on an island, I think. Again, it's been so long since I've been in these cards. But it's basically the story of one who was giving much of themselves. But still, it's like the white buffalo woman. But yet, it was not appreciated. In fact, it was quite the opposite of appreciation. I think there was like lies and deceit around this character's story, and eventually like everyone believing it. And so it could even be some sort of gossip that you could be engaged in, or it could be the target of. Target's not the right word. It's just like an atmosphere, a climate. But then there's a payback. So the universe has got something here where taking you somewhere where this is appreciated, what you have. It is honored. What you have to share or give is honored. That's how I would describe that. Because people can appreciate it, but they may not honor it. Like, oh, whatever. Taurus is here again. Oh yeah, Taurus always brings lunch. What do you have? What do you got? You know, like it's kind of like that. They certainly appreciate it, but they may not honor it. They might not say, "Oh, Taurus, you're so great. You bring lunch all the time. I love it when you bring lunch. Oh, it makes my day. You're so sweet." Right? Like that's the kind of like honoring whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you do. Maybe you bring donuts to work. I don't know. Maybe it could be very small, whatever it is. But it's not being honored. Yeah, what you're doing is not being honored. Okay, so. Holy crap. Talk about wanting to speak. All right. Okay, so Taurus's cards came out really fast. I don't know what order, so let me just see here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the High Priestess. I want to see what comes out over here. All right, just pull from the top. The Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Tower, and the Two of Cups. Oh my God, I'm telling you, Taurus, you're about to be honored. Really, but it's going to shock you. So maybe you've been dishonored for a long time. Like, what? What are you talking about? You appreciate not bringing lunch? You're being really nice about it? What the hell? Like, it just could show you that's what this tower feels like to go, because this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful, to be honest. This energy over here is great. This isn't bad either, but it's not honored. Ace of Pentacles. It looks an awful lot like a 10 though, doesn't it? The way they're holding all that on their arms, although it's growing. It is fruit that's growing, but it's come from something that decomposed in the past. Look at, there's a plant. There's like a pumpkin or something at the bottom here. So it's obviously cracked open. It's decomposed. The seed, one of the seeds took hold, and that was you. Created something here. You've been building something for yourself. Maybe it was just, it could be, I'm going to bring in sandwiches for everyone. Maybe I got a bonus. I'm going to bring in sandwiches for everyone on Fridays, or it could be as simple as that. It's something, it's some sort of new beginning that you initiated. You initiated this, you start, and it is a sense of, well, can we build something on this? This would be really nice if we could kind of come together, maybe thinking, you know, if we all had sandwiches in the boardroom every Friday, we could all just connect as people instead of just saying, do you have the report on Saturday such and such done yet? You know, like just kind of trying to bring that energy in. Like, But, you know, I noticed too, look at these hands. They're all kind of coming out of the dark. So whatever you were doing, you had an idea that was really fruitful, very, very fruitful with this card. And you didn't want to just have it for you. You wanted to help bring, like, let's come out of the darkness here. Let's come out of the darkness, all of us. Nobody's talking to each other anymore. I don't know, like, it's just, maybe. I don't know why I'm talking about the sandwiches. Like, it's just, I guess it's a sense of community. Like when people break bread together, when people eat together, the atmosphere changes because you're all sharing in something that's the same and you're consuming. So it is a very organic process. It's a very ritualistic process that's existed throughout the history of mankind since pretty much we were walking on 2 feet. So maybe that's why I'm bringing that up. Like it could be something that is very ritualistic. It may not be bringing sandwiches in on Friday for the group, but you're doing something that's very sort of ritualistic and it really grounds. So it would be a Taurus thing to do here. And then look at this again, because the 3 of Pentacles with the 3 of Cups, you're trying to bring like some sort of unity, but this is curious with the High Priestess. The message I'm getting with this is, and maybe this is why it's not honored here. I don't want to say that they don't appreciate it. It's not honored. And I hope that's coming through in terms of how I'm feeling that it's a different thing. Like sometimes the English language is a barrier in terms of trying to express a message that's coming through telepathically or as a conduit. But with the High Priestess, this tells me it's leading you somewhere, but it's really not what you thought. You were meant to do this with sandwiches, some sort of project with the community. Could have even been an artwork project. Maybe you're going to paint a mural. And you're the one that's bringing in the projector and the supplies and everything. And now they show up. You need to put the projector back further. You don't have it in the right spot. Like it's not... You could get up and put the projector further. I don't know. You're not being honored in something. But that's probably not meant to be there. You were meant to create whatever this is. And maybe it's really meant to birth you in a new direction because there's something beautiful over here. Let's look over here. I don't know what this is. If this is a whole new group. Some new people come in for sandwiches on Friday. But ooh, they like it. And I want to say they even bring you sandwiches. Because she gave of herself. I'm trying to remember this now. She gave of herself in this community. And even the bats. She would even give them pieces of fruit. Like any animal, any being, she was kind to them and was giving. But then the people kind of turned on her, as I remember it, and banished her to an island where she was going to starve to death. But the bats brought her food. So, right, like you're going to be honored in this, but probably not wherever you're doing it. There will be a reciprocation by the universe. And that's what I get here with the High Priestess, where it's, yeah, you're bringing balance. There is a balance that's intended here. And I also want to say that a lot of times in life where people are either being more sort of low vibrational, and that's kind of the energy that I get from our imaginary boardroom and you bringing in this tray of sandwiches every Friday, is when it's not honored. Like people don't see the effort, the expense, just the fact that you decided to do it. Everyone can have great ideas, but you actually followed through with it and did it. When that honor isn't there, where the hell was I going with this? Oh my gosh. Where was I going? Well, I hate it when that happens. That has not happened in a long time. Is that because I'm not meant to follow through with that story? That's weird. It was like it was pulled out of my brain. Oh my gosh. You're bringing the balance. Oh yeah, okay. I'm getting old, guys. Just bear with me. So, when people have something good, they have a good thing. They often don't appreciate it. Oh, we've all been there too. We can't just put this on other people. We've all been there. We've had a good thing. Something's been really, really good. And then when it's gone, then you appreciate it. So this almost feels like you being taken out of the situation that you're in. So maybe you get moved to 3 floors up. If it's a great big company, all work in one building, they're going to move you up into headhunting, human resource. I don't know what all the different divisions are in a company. So they're going to move you up to another floor, or you're going to move to another company, or you're going to start seeing better relatives. I don't know what it is, but they reciprocate. And when you leave this environment, that's part of the balance. So you went in there trying to create something, some sort of unity, some sort of community. It didn't work. But it's going to be honored, but over here. But the balance that's created with this group is the realization of having something and then having it taken away. I don't know. You think as adults, we would get better at that? Because usually that's like younger people. You know, as a kid. Oh, I really like that. Like summer vacation is so much fun. And it's gone. I think, shit, I just laid around and read books. I didn't do much. This is that, you know, I don't know. That's what I get, which is really funny because it's not, it is, I guess, perhaps my own personal perspective. You would think, well, are there still that many adults that function on this level that they have to lose something to appreciate it? I mean, we all can get a little complacent once in a while. But, so then you have the 9 of Pentacles over here in the future. Oh, it's almost like a gift. It's receiving something. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at a little bird that's come into her hand. So you are going to be receiving something, almost like a tiny little gift. But it really feels like a different environment from over here. Because of these 2 cards. They tell the story so strongly to me. And then you have the Chariot. Oh, look, there you go. Yep, now get on the elevator. You're not stopping at the 5th floor. You're going all the way up to the 10th floor. These 2 together are great. The Tower into the 2 of Cups. So if reciprocation is something that's been lacking, boy, it's coming in like a storm over here. It is a storm. It's flying in. And it's breaking boundaries and perceptions. I don't know about that. Well, maybe you have the Ace of Cups at the bottom, the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. There's an energy that's dying to move towards you. The 9 of Wands, look at that. Tired, exhausted. Then the 8 of Wands, moving. And what was that? That was the Ace of Cups. Boom! This is a big change. I really like the energy of this reading. Because it's kind of exciting. Like, I'm almost feeling some of you somewhere doing something really kind out of the kindness of your heart. And I do want to say, like, I don't know, maybe there is even some level of your own monetary funds going into this, like buying a tray of sandwiches every Friday for the masses. See, how could that not be appreciated too? Yeah. I mean, I've worked different places too. Well, that's funny. The first place I worked at, they were horrible. Horrible. They were horrible. There were not many perks or anything. But then where I went to work, I couldn't believe the perks, the gifts, like the owner of the company, the Christmas bonuses, the kindness, the sandwiches on Fridays. And I thought, oh my God, that's amazing. And just like, you know, you did a good job today. And like that goes really far. Like whatever this is that you're adding or trying to add, it really, if it was seen properly, it holds so much more value than what it was on the surface or what it is on the surface if you're still in it. So let's look at this though, because White Buffalo Woman, what do we have here? Oh my God, you're the Empress. It's beautiful. Like you're giving so much. You have so much to give and so much more to birth where you are. But crap, man. Oh, I guess they're just in a bad state of mind. Sure, they don't like the sandwiches. I don't know. There's some people there's nothing that'll make them happy. So maybe it's that. Maybe you're dealing with that. The Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. There you are. I can't make this up, Taurus. Look, it's like maybe you thought, you know what? I've become a certified yoga instructor. So on lunch break, I'm gonna eat at my desk before lunch. Although you shouldn't really eat before yoga. I'm gonna eat at my desk after lunch. And during lunch, I'm going to offer yoga to whoever wants to come to the boardroom and do, and it's just simple stretches. There's no pressure. It's just an atmosphere to calm. Like, again, I said it is you doing something with some sort of grand idea that you had that's full of fruitfulness. Of course, you're the Empress in this reading. It's beautiful, beautiful intent, beautiful creation, a beautiful desire to expand and grow community within something. It just feels like a work environment, perhaps, where people have lost perspective. Or maybe, too, if people have been working remotely for all this time and now they're coming back together again, it's just wanting to create that community again. What did we lose here while we hadn't seen each other for so long? The Three of Pentacles. Oh, shit. The Five of Wands and the Tower. Look at all they can find is conflict in it with whatever it is that you're trying to do, like trying to bring some sort of peace in it. All they can find is conflict in it. And then the Tower. I feel like this is the Tower against you. It's sort of, you know, the idea of like you're really not asking anything of anyone in how I'm describing your energy. They don't have to come and get the sandwiches. They don't have to come to the yoga. But it's almost as if they do, just to show up and be an asshole about it. And it just, the Tower, well, damn, I thought this was going to be a great idea. So then you have the Three of Cups. Oh, look at this. This, Taurus, the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So giving, giving, giving of yourself. You still continue to give of yourself in this energy. But then you kind of, your emotions get a little bit scattered with this. I don't know. I don't know that this was such a good idea. Maybe we should all just sit at our desks at lunch and not talk to each other. Which is really sad too, isn't it? Although, you know, you have to do, maybe it's a gossipy group too. Because there could be that with this. Like that could be. It just doesn't, it looks like it, doesn't it? I don't know what this is. Maybe you should just go have lunch on your own. The High Priestess. This is the energy that feels like, to me, once you exit this, it brings a realization. Oh, that was kind of nice when Taurus brought the sandwiches. I guess they really didn't have to do that, did they? No one's ever brought sandwiches before, and now no one does again. That brings balance into this, and then it brings balance moving you towards something. The Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. This is telling me you can have really creative, dynamic, exciting new ideas, but they need to be practical. They need to be practical. And well, sometimes too, maybe they need to be cut out, or you're going to get clarity about how you could reapply that in another way. Because that's also a learning experience to you. Maybe this group would be better off with one of those, I don't know, is it you hold a feather or you hold something and it gives, you can talk. Well, that never works either. You ever done one of those? You sit in a group and the only person who's supposed to talk is the person holding the totem or whatever it is, whatever that could be. It could be a pencil. It's just, it empowers that person to talk so they're able to express themselves and nobody talks over them. So they can get everything out and they don't have to try to argue with someone about it or defend it. They can just speak it. And then nobody can say anything unless they, I don't know how you make sure who gets the, maybe it just goes in a circle. But I've done that too with people and they, people don't just keep their mouth. People are funny, aren't they? So, I think you get it though, because what are you doing over here? It's okay. So the fruit bat, Now, I'm going to go have lunch on my own. The Nine of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, right? It was the first card that came out. So I do feel you kind of pulling away from whatever this was. But there's something new coming again. Another Ace of Pentacles. So it's rebuilding whatever it was over here that didn't go off so well. Taking it up to the 10th floor. going upstairs. They'll appreciate it. They've just been dying for someone with your energy. Maybe that's why they're all on the 5th floor. They're gonna stay on the 5th floor. The 9 of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. I need more information about that. The Devil. Oh, that's an interesting message too. But how does that play out here? Because I would almost describe what was over here as the Devil. Oh, this could be becoming a bad habit too, because 9 of Pentacles shows up twice on this side. That's what it is. Maybe you've done this before. Maybe you're just this type of person where you want to give something of yourself, and it always ends up, how much can we take from you? Oh, good, you brought the sandwiches. Oh, we've been waiting. Why are you so late? You know, and you took time out of your own lunch to go and get the sandwiches. You stood in line. You had to call ahead to order them. And then you found out that Sally's allergic to mayonnaise. So you have to have a whole separate tray of sandwiches that have mayonnaise, and a whole separate tray, a little one for Sally that doesn't have any mayonnaise. But no, all they did was complain that you were late. So I don't know, but it feels like it just, the nine of Pentacles becomes a bad habit. But I don't see how you're supposed to keep giving of yourself like that. But maybe this is what this change is meant to be for you. The Chariot. Interesting, it landed and hit the Queen of Swords over here. The 4 of Pentacles, it's a bad habit. The 9 of Pentacles is a bad habit because the Chariot's coming in to produce some sort of movement here. So this is a comfortable place to be. In the 9 of Pentacles, you don't have to share nothing with nobody. You can have all your own good things. So maybe it really is just you and the flowers and the birds. It's like, it's nice. The birds are really sweet. You know what? I'd have to say that because I put a little water thing out for my birds when it was really hot. And they come in, and then sometimes they hang out on the railings, and they just look at me. And then I came out of my house the other day, actually when I was having a bad day on here, and there was crows all around my house. The minute I walked out of the house, quaw, 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 and they followed me and Lily on our walk. And I thought, the spirit's got my back. I feel a bit like that for you, like with this, but it's meant to move you here. It's meant to get you coming out of it, because the 9 of Pentacles, I guess too, if you have so much to share, the universe would like you to share it in a place where it would be appreciated. Somebody might actually offer and say, you know what? On some Fridays, maybe you would have a boss on the 10th floor who said, I think this is a really great idea. You know, I'm going to talk to accounting. I don't think it'd be a problem. This is so minimal compared to the numbers that we're dealing with. I love this idea. Let me just, let me pay you for it, or expense it. You expense it every month. Yeah, and like there's something there, like sort of, instead of complaining that you were late with the sandwiches, you're going to an environment where, you know what, this is great. I love what you've done here. It's really brought everyone together. I don't want anyone to think that you're doing this to be, for me to pay for it. I'm just gonna, like, you know, like it's just a quiet thing, but it reciprocates you. The Tower. The Tower. The 2 of Swords. You're going to be, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's going to be shocking. And it, you know, it could be that like the boss or your manager, or whoever. I'm just using the same scenario. Apply it to your life any way it needs to be. And thinking, why? What do they want from me? What do they want? There must be something that they want to, they want me to expense the cost of this. There's definitely a sense of indecision with this Tower moment. But on the other side of the Tower moment, it's really beautiful. I don't know what else you're expensing. A glass of wine and the 2 of Cups. I don't know what else you're expensing. The Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. At first I saw the Hanged Man, I thought, oh wait, no, but when you put this all together, because I have been talking about a work environment. It doesn't have to be where you work. It could be it's just the work that you're doing in life, really. This is a steady, balanced, logical, step-by-step approach with the Knight of Pentacles. In your work, it helps you with what you do. It benefits you with what you do. And it gives you a completely new perspective, which I think would probably be good after what we looked at over here. And the storyline that came out. It's completely different perspective. You probably will need a hot minute to get comfortable with it, though. You may even think, oh, see, this is a bad habit, this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to share my energy that way. I'm not going to share my idea or ideas. Don't let the toxicity from the past bleed into the future. Because this energy with this card is absolutely reciprocated, but it's not reciprocated from what was over here. The reciprocation does not come from, well, it does come from the bats, because she was feeding the bats, but she was being kind to everyone. But it was the bats, the animals at the end of the day. Look at this Judgment. Ooh, the Ten of Cups and the World. Going into a big new cycle here, throwing caution to the wind. Up, up, and away. Happiness, fulfillment. That's such an intriguing reading, Taurus. Thank you. I'm going to go and do the extended. I'm just going to pull out cards. I'll see what I'm called to do when I get in there. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.